Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back. We're doing a best of one Zendikar Rising draft. Opened a good rare here with Aura. Kind of pretty color specific, I suppose. Kind of puts you right into clerics right away, but clerics just happens to be my favorite archetype, so kind of works out. Otherwise, quite a few other good cards in here. Bind Veil, playable spell land, Windrider Wizard. Actually a very, very good card. Evasive, works well even outside of wizard decks. Moss-Pit Skeleton, pretty specific to Golgari counters, but a strong card. Shepherd of Heroes, great common. Flying, gains life. Feed the Swarm, playable removal at its best in clerics, I would say, or a heavy life gain deck. Survivor, playable for Golgari counters. Lagac, playable for landfall. And a few other playable but not super exciting things. Let's see if we can find some clerics. Well, Core Celebrant definitely fits the mold as a great card for cleric decks. Pretty solid follow-up to an Aura. Other notable picks in here. I mean, there's quite a few. Rook Razor for landfall. Same with Roiling Regrowth, Balagad Recovery. Basically, all the uncommons are good for landfall decks. Cunning Geyser Mage for kicker decks or wizard decks. Ghastly Gloomhunter is actually very good for the cleric deck. Any black deck wants this card. It's good. It's modular. Flying and Lifelink is a good pair of abilities. Ambusher for warriors. Sneaking Guide for party decks. Colony for basically any green deck, but at its best in kicker decks or Golgari countered decks. I guess that's about it. So we'll just take the Celebrant and be happy. Well, gifted a Blight Priest here, and then we're on to pretty good start, I would say. I actually like Coveted Prize more than most. Maybe we'll wheel it. I don't know if this pack's deep enough. But being 3 picks in and already having the common combo is pretty nice. Mind Drain, definitely playable too. Visionary is good for green. Same with Baloth. Cinderclasm, probably better in best of 3. I've had situations where this card has won the game, and some matches where it just doesn't do anything, so I guess that kind of goes with board wipes in most formats, probably. But let's take the Blight Priest. Alright, can get another Celebrant, I'm fine with that. Maybe we just play all Celebrants and Blight Priests. It's probably a little bit too 3-drop heavy, but we'll see. Another Windrider Wizard in here, which is good. Mesa Link's probably playable if we don't have enough 2-drops, since we already have a solid core going here. Good blocker, too. Blood Price is playable in here, but my preference is probably Spare Supplies. Pay less mana. Stay a little busier. I like it more, but easy Celebrant here, I would say. Alright. Another Blight Priest? Yeah, I think we're going to live our dream of the all-core Celebrant Blight Priest deck. I don't know how much that dream actually is going to be good. Too many 3-drops, but I think we'll be able to find some cheap things eventually. Famous last words. We'll get it eventually. Yeah, so let's take the Blight Priest here over the Mind Drain and the Blood Beckoning. Ravager's Mace is a fun card. I feel like I've gotten to play it once in the format. Probably because it's in my least favorite archetype. Another Ambusher. Nothing else of too much note. Oh my gosh, we have to take an actual non-Core Celebrant, non-Blight Priest card. Kind of feel like it's an easy pack beast here. It's a Cleric. Works well with Aura. You can actually return it if one of these things dies. Seems fine. What are we giving up for it? A Mucklord, which is kind of whatever, and Oblivion's Hunger, which is kind of whatever. So, yeah, another Cinderclasm in here. Okay, well, I like Spare Supplies. I guess we could take the Sellsword as a 2-drop that trades. This is more of an aggro card in my mind, but if we need cheap things that can trade, I guess I can take it. I just usually prefer Spare Supplies because I feel like I tend to get flooded. I'm just going to go with my gut instinct that says spare supplies here. I think people probably disagree with me there. That's fine. It's okay to disagree. I'm going to take the Zoff consumption here. I actually like this card. It's a good spell land, and Protector's kind of whatever anyway. Alright, I guess we can take a Silencer. It's a removal spell at 6. Has random synergy with Pack Beast in here as well, so... I mean, there's nothing else that we really want, so I don't see why not. Bunch of stuff that's not on color. I guess we'll take the weakest one, which is probably the Wildfire, I would guess. So we can take Mind Drain, we can take Ox, we can take Sentinel. Mind Drain gives some card advantage and randomly gains life, which I guess is good with Blight Priest. Okay. Blood Price, we'll just cut the black card. Another Mind Drain or Blood Beckoning, probably Beckoning. Alright, last pick black card's a good sign. So Nahiri, that's cool, but probably not what we're taking. Yeah, probably looking at Blood Priest here. It's a 2-drop, it's a solid one, gains some life, has some synergy. Can get it back with Aura. Synergizes with Pack Beast and Silencer. What else is there? I mean, obviously there's a Nahiri. I don't really want to splash for that. It is actually good with Celebrant and the Blight Priest engine. You just spit out warriors. But I don't think we need it. And yeah, I'm happy getting a Blood Priest here. Well, Sajiri Shelter is quite good. And it's pretty much the only pick I'm seeing that's something we're interested in. So take the Sajiri Shelter. It's another spell land. If I get enough spell lands, I'm much more comfortable running 18 lands too. And really nothing we can wheel here that I care about either. So now there's basically a Skulker, which is not very good for us. It's essentially a Grizzly Bear in our deck, but it's kind of nothing else I want, so I guess we can take it. Smite, I'm not going to main deck, although we don't have any removal in here. That's true. Well, I guess we have a Silencer. I guess we can take the Skulker. I don't really want it, but we can take it. Okay, here I think is actually a choice between Gloomhunter or Vanquish. I think I'm going Gloomhunter. This is tough. I want removal too, but Gloomhunter is just a very premium 2-drop. Okay, I want to snap play it over Skulker. The fact that it can be a 3/3 later, it also just play it on turn 2, turn 3 Blight Priest, you can start draining too. It's good. I also want the Vanquish, but I don't know. I feel like you can never have enough 2-drops when they're premium ones like Gloomhunter. I mean, I guess we could take another Skulker. And if I get enough of them, I guess I have a decent chance of having Death Touch. We don't need to go straight clerics. We just have a good reason to do it with the aura. But otherwise, it's another spare supplies, which I'm kind of okay with too, to be honest. But I guess we'll take the Skulker. I really don't like Grizzly Bears in this format, but they're one of those necessary evils. I don't need any of this. I'll take the Resolute Strike that we're probably not playing. Got another Blight Priest. Sounds good to me. Good green cards flowing. Shadowcat's a legitimately just good card. I like it because it just turns removal spells into counters. I mean, in this deck, we don't really have any ways. I guess you could maybe get some value off of Gloomhunter if it has counters on it, but otherwise we don't really have that much synergy with it. But it's also the only card in here that's on color, so we'll take it. Guess I could take another Skulker. Just a bunch of Death Touch 2-drops, or I could take an Evasive Creature in Sky Dancer. Still has synergy with the Skulker. It's got to be better than Skulker, I think, but I guess we already have 5 3-drops. Just take a bunch of Skulkers, I guess. Take a random Dreadworm. Take a Resolute Strike. Take the worst card here. All right, we'll take the worst card, which is probably the Rubble Fort. All right. Well, Drana's a good pickup, seeing as it's a cleric with huge upside and it's evasive, so that's pretty excellent. Also, getting Aura and Drana is pretty nice. Both the cleric rares and the mythic. Uh, Otherwise, notable picks in here: Black Bloom Rogue makes our Skulkers better. Probably Wield a Skulker. Subtle Strike, Sky Dancer, all of these are fine. We're the 0 removal deck, so something to be worried about. Probably don't want to play Blood Price. I can, but like I said, I think I'd rather just do Spare Supplies. Spare Supplies lets you on turn 4 draw a card and maybe still follow up with a 2-drop. I think I like that more. Well, Shepherd's a great card in a vacuum. It's got evasion, it gains you life. It's good. Otherwise, Predation is a spell land. Allied Assault is probably playable in here too, but we'll take the Shepherd. I really like Shepherd. So, kind of a miss here. Could take the Smite, or I could just take another Spare Supplies. I personally don't really like Smite. There's also a Seagate Colossus, but I'm kind of good on top end. I'll just take more card advantage. I don't really like Highborn Vampire that much either. It does have synergy randomly with Shepherd and Drana Silencer, but it's just kind of an uninteresting card. Could take another Zoff Consumption. Could take the Healer. I guess the Healer makes sense. It gains life. It's a 2-drop. Or we could take the Vanquish and actually get a removal spell here. How many 2-drops do we have now? The Skulkers, Gloomhunter, Blood Priest, Pack Beast. Yeah, I don't love having a 0 removal deck. Maybe we just take a Vanquish so we can kill something. It's tough. Well, Scion's a great pickup. Blood Priest is great too. But Scion in the Celebrant deck, it's just more synergy. Blood Priest would be great too. It really would. But we'll take that instead. All right, can take the Banneret. Banneret's typically at its best in decks like this, but I think I want the Gloomhunter. I want to get some more evasive life gain. So can take another Silencer, or I can take the Adept. You know, Silencer's probably okay. I don't know if we'll end up playing it. I'm going to have to take a look at that. Can do Kite Sail and Fly Over Top. It's probably not necessary, but I'm not going to play a Raptor, I don't think, so we'll consider it. I don't think it's going to happen. All right, I got the Rogue back, or we could take the Skulker and the Sky Dancer. I think we just... Black Bloom Rogue's going to make the deck, so... It just seems like an easy pickup. All right, we'll take the Predation. That's going to make the deck. And I think we can do 18 lands now, which is nice. We'll find a way. Well, easy pick here. Adept on color. Another Silencer. Well, we could go fairly party-based here and still grind out some victories, so something I can consider at the very least. Let's kind of take a look here at what we're doing. All right, take out the lands. We want to do 18. We've got a Consumption, a Black Bloom Rogue, a Palaka Predation, and a Sajiri Shelter. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We can make 5 cuts. We have 23 creatures, so easily could be 5 creatures. Party synergies, all of 3 Silencers is way too excessive. Even 2 is probably a little bit excessive. Kind of want to keep the Shadow Cat. Highborn Vampire in here gives us basically all of our party synergies are Silencers, Shepherd, and that's about it. I'm kind of okay with cutting Adept, even though, and probably the Vampire, even though those are technically some party synergies that might be useful. I think ultimately if Silencer can come in and neg-2 something, it's probably okay. I don't really want to run these Skulkers, to be honest, but I also don't want to get run over. But I do think we're cutting creatures. 20 creatures, we don't need that many, especially since we have practically no removal. There's maybe an argument to keep the Silencers because we don't have removal. But actual creature types we have at this point are basically just clerics and rogues. So they're not going to be that great. I do need to make 2 more cuts. I wonder if they're the weakest. The Skulkers are pretty terrible in general, but cutting them, if you cut them, you make them worse. Like, they're at least good in multiples. I really don't like them, and I don't want to play them, but maybe it's the right move. I could cut the Shadowcat. I do like Shadowcat in general. It basically only has synergy with... I mean, it's a good card on its own, but the Gloom Hunters and Scion, and I guess Drana too. Yeah. So I need to make 2 cuts. Maybe I can cut 1 spare supplies. It just feels like I can cut creatures so easily, though. Like, I'd rather just stay busy early. Like, I could probably cut Shadowcat. It's good. It is good. I just feel like I can get cut. And like I said, if we cut Skulker, it just makes the other 2 Skulkers worse. So it's almost like when you have 3 of them, you almost have to play all 3 of them and be unhappy about it because they're not that good. Last cut should be a creature. Probably a Silencer. Just cut it. Yes, we have no removal. I think we just have to accept that. So overall, this deck, I have no idea. I've kind of given up gauging decks in this format. I'm over that phase. We basically have no removal, which I would say is a bad sign. But we've got some powerful cards in here. Aura, Drana. We have some evasion on the top end. We've got certainly enough early game. And some synergy combo stuff, so could be good enough. A lot of black, not that much white. This can fix for white. This is double black. These are double black. We have a lot of black spell lands. Probably just doing 10-8, because we still want to jam that Celebrant on turn 3. And I don't see a great reason to go 11-7. I mean, I still want my white, and we still have a white spell land. All right, well, there you have it. Clerics, bread and butter. Removal-less clerics. All right, we'll see what we can do with it. We'll see you round 1. Okay, well, it's a keep. I don't think we have to jam this off consumption. No, it's certainly not now. So they're missing their second color, would be my guess. See if they have no Might of Marasa. All right. Well, got some choices. Let's see. We can play the Blight Priest, and then the Aura drains for 2. Yeah, I think we'd probably do that. Like, I could have just jammed the spare supplies as well, but... And now Zoff consumption's lethal. So I guess we just chill. I mean, at this point, if I play another Blight Priest and get in with Aura, it's lethal as well, so they're in pretty big trouble. I don't know why they're not blocking with Florahedron. Trying to think what they could do to win. That's definitely not it. All right, we'll see you for the next one. It's a good keep actually. Consumption into Pack Beast, into Blight Priest, into either Aura or spare supplies to find our 4th land. And with Aura, we're not really that worried about trading stuff off. Just comes back. Hopefully. We got the 4th land. That's good. That was a good draw. Would love for them to anti-cognition that. Wow. I don't think we could ask for a better card for them to counter. So now we can do the Blight Priest, because it deals more damage than the Core Celebrant, potentially. And I guess next turn we're doing Aura, so if they play the blocker here, then we might not be able to get in with Blight Priest, but we'll see. Oh. So I'm actually going to attack here. They could have the Chilling Trap. They didn't, though, thankfully. So we get our Aura down now, which is good. Next turn we can go Celebrant Spare Supplies, so I guess we can do Spare Supplies first. If we want. Unless we're playing around a counterspell, maybe. Well, we don't have that much removal, so let's see what we can do here. Another Blight Priest. Alright, that's fine. Attacking with that one too. Seems a little bit dangerous. Let's see. So we can go Blight Priest Rogue, and we want to do this now because I want to maximize draining. Attack with everything. Let's say they double block Celebrant. I kill the Wind Robber, get in for 6, get my Pack Beast back, but then we don't gain the life. No, we still do gain life. I feel like they want to block Aura, though. I'm going to just do this. I think this is fine. They definitely made a big mistake attacking with Falconer. I don't think they thought that one through. So we can crack this. Play this. All right. Well, we needed, I think, that many misses in order for this situation to happen as it did. I can attack with everything now. They basically 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Unfortunately, I think we got to get in with everything. I don't particularly want to, but I think the chances of us dying next turn are a little bit too high if I don't. I think they were pretty easily dead if we had one creature, because they only have 4 blockers and they're tapped out. So they actually would have died if we were able to draw one creature from our draw step, the sack spare supplies, or the follow-up spare supplies. So we had 3 cards to find something other than a land, and unfortunately did not get it. I guess they wouldn't have died. No, they would have, because of the rogue having to be double blocked. So if I attack with everything, how do they do it? They block Falconer probably on a Blight Priest. I don't think I have a choice. I think I do die if I don't attack with everything here. There's just too much damage output. I mean, not a very good attack for us. But if I left them 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, they would have only had to cast 2 spells to kill us with this. Now at least they have to cast 3. So it actually is relevant. They have to cast 3 wizards or instants and sorceries in order to kill us. If I had left them with the Merfolk Wind Robber, they would have only had to cast 2 to kill us. Now we have Drana, Blood Beckoning. Well, Scion does help, but we don't have the mana to do everything here. They do have 7 cards in their graveyard, which is nice. So basically they deal with Scion, and we die. Alright, we'll see you for the next one. This is a keep. We'll play the Consumption as the black land, and then I guess we'll just get the little engine that could go in here. I think I want to hold on to the Black Bloom Rogue as a creature because I have those 3 Skulkers, so I'd like for them to be able to have Death Touch in a pinch. But this could also end up getting cast as a, or played as a land, we'll see. Alright, well, I'm willing to trade my Skulker for theirs. So here we'll do the Celebrant. It can block the Blood Priest and it gains life. Next turn we can go Spare Supplies Skulker, or we can do the Blight Priest now. Let's ditch... I think we're going to ditch land and Skulker, actually. Because Spare Supplies can make up for at some point. But for now we can just get the little engine that can here. And I mean, I suppose we can attack if I want to. I think I will, actually. I don't have to attack here, but I think it's okay too. And I guess we're probably playing the Rogue as a land. Like, they can crack back with Blood Priest, but we kind of have an engine going on our board right now, so feels okay to me. I don't know why they're thinking about that, yeah. Not much of a choice. So next turn, I guess we can go Supplies plus Blood Priest. It's not bad. Oh, another Celebrant is good, so we'll do that. No play, so we'll go Spare Supplies first. Oh, Mind Drain, that's a good one. Best use of mana. And we still get to essentially double drain him here. That was a good draw. Can even get our Blight Priest back. Well, I guess they're probably going to choose the Skulker. Alright. We'll see for the next one. Alright. This is a keepable hand. Probably playing this off Consumption first. Skulker into Blight Priest. We'll see if we have to play the Shelter as a land. Alright, so I think we'll discard a... maybe a Blight Priest. Because we have the Blood Beckoning. Kind of okay with that. We also have 3 Blight Priests in our deck, that helps. Could have ditched a land, but kind of okay with this. Cleric of Lifespawn's a strong one. Scion is good too. We'll do the Blight Priest here. I'm going to double block that. I think Cleric's a big problem in general. We get 2 for 1 here, but we have the Blood Beckoning, so I kind of like this. It also saves us 5 points of damage, which I think is good. Alright, so now we can just go Blood Beckoning and probably just get back a Skulker and a Blight Priest so we can potentially play them both if we draw an untapped land next turn. Or we can go Gloomhunter, Skulker. I think we're just going to go Shelter and Blight Priest. This does not make the best use of mana, but it gives us something to trade with an Outrider, which I think is good. Celebrant, I don't fear that much, so that's okay. We only have 1 card left. That's a good sign. Aura's a good draw. I think we're just going to go Scion here. It's the best use of mana. Gives us a flyer. If I rip a land, I can go kick to Gloomhunter. If I don't rip a land, I can probably go... Well, yeah, it's going to be a problem, but we got the 6th land, so I guess that's good. Let's go, yeah, let's do the Gloomhunter. Makes the most sense. No, we definitely wanted them to not have removal there. So, let's see. We can play Drana. They can choose something. Best use of mana is like Aura plus Skulker, so maybe we just do that. So, I think we actually, let's see, I think we actually double block. Well, I've got a choice here. I think we double block here. We only lose 1 thing. We're going to lose our flyer, though. But I'm playing a Drana. So yeah, this is fine. I feel like they kind of want to kill Aura. Yeah, because now we keep Aura's... I mean, I don't think that was a good attack on their part. So now we can go spare supplies first, I guess, if we want. Alright, and then Drana. And I guess we pass. So if they kill Drana, I guess we can just get a Blight Priest back. We're going to get the Gloom Hunter out of her hand, but it's not the end of the world. Sure. So if I attack with Drana, they're probably just giving us back a Blight Priest that's pumped, which I think makes sense. That's what I would do if I were them. But then after that, they can only give us flyers, so it might actually make sense to attack. I mean, we also have the Aura, which helps too. Double land draw is not really what I wanted there. So we've got 6. Yeah, I think we attack. I think they're just going to give us back a Blight Priest on the ground, which is also fine. It can block. Celebrant's a great draw, so we'll do that first. And we can attack with Drana again. They have to give us a flyer. That's all we have left. I probably would have attacked with more things if I were them, so they didn't have to give me a flyer back. Well, I don't think we're dead, actually, believe it or not. But that's certainly not a card we wanted them to draw. I mean, we just keep smashing with Drana. No choice, really. Sure. We can afford to take a hit from a Shepherd now, because they basically... Yeah, this is fine. So can I attack with the Gloom Hunter? I think I can. And they're going to bring back either a Scion or a Gloom Hunter, both of which are fine. I mean, they don't really have a choice but to attack with everything, I would say. Because they're going to die if they don't. So, I mean, kind of just force me to make a decision, I would say, is the smartest. So, let's see here. Aura. Block here. Skulker can sit in front of the big dude. Blight Priest. I don't know why they didn't attack with the Celebrant. I probably would have done that. This can block because they're going to die anyway. This can block the 3/3. And that's blocking everything. And we're taking one unblocked thing, but we're gaining life. Yeah, I think that's it. All right, got there. See you for the next one. All right, let's keep. Do I do the turn 3 predation? Might be the first time I've ever cast this card and not played it as a land. Well, plans have probably changed now. I suppose I still could cast predation. Yeah, especially if they're attacking. Alright. Maybe I am on board with predation. Because then next turn I can go Skulker, Spare Supplies. Better use of mana. Alright, well... yeah, I guess I'd rather get rid of the Visionary. Because we're going to have Death Touch. The unfortunate thing is they have Kibira takedown. So they can juke us, basically. Let's go Spare Supplies first here. Ooh, Shelter. That's actually kind of useful. So they attack with both. We take it. They don't even try and trick us? What in the world? Why would they do that? I guess because we already knew about it, but it's just weird. You don't even want to try and trick me? I mean, I guess it was the smart play, because we have Sajiri Shelter, and all we needed was an untap step. So now we just go Blight Priest and pass. So now we double block Baloth. See what they put in front, not that it really matters. Wait, didn't I want to... well, I guess I could have protected the Blight Priest in hindsight. Yeah, because then I probably could have gotten something back for a cheaper cost, but this actually works out surprisingly well. So they don't have any cards left in hand either. Hopefully they just keep ripping lands. That would be really nice. So we got 7. We can crack this first. And then play this. And currently do not have any creatures to bring back. Just concession. I got you down to 2. I'm done. Sounds good. Alright, we'll see you for the next one. Alright, well, looks like a keep to me. All the 3 drops. Well, I guess there's a 1 drop. Do I play the predation as... I mean, I have some choices there. Do I want to play predation as a spell or a land? Because I haven't ripped a land yet. I mean, I can vanquish that, but I think we just do the rogue for now. If they have the combo piece, I mean, we have the vanquish, so I'm probably playing predation as a land next turn anyway. Yeah, that makes sense. want to build towards this shepherd. Fearless fledgling. Well, much rather vanquish that. This fledgling is a bit of a threat. So I think we actually go predation, vanquish the fledgling. Next turn we do the shepherd. Might do the mind drain. Yeah, now it makes more sense to do the mind drain. The only unfortunate thing is, well, actually it worked out. That's good. Guard of a Tactics and a Relic Vial. Well, pretty good cards to get rid of. That's nice. Well, Fledgling's going to race us pretty good, but at least we got a flyer online. That's nice. Gain some life. Blood Priest looks a little bit better. We have the Blood Beckoning too, which is actually kind of nice. Because I can probably smash with a Blood Priest. And even if it dies, we're probably okay. Celebrant Attendant Healers can be pretty tough to beat, but I'm content with beating down for now. I mean, yeah, they don't really have too much of a choice here. So, getting in with our flyers. We're kind of just like a Blight Priest away from doing it here. So let's see. I mean, if I'm attacking with, well, Scavenger, it's going to change things pretty dramatically. Unfortunately for us, they really haven't been missing. I don't count drawing a Black Bloom Rogue as a miss. But then again, we just hit a pretty good hit there, so that's good. Guess we play the Blight Priest. Only issue now is I can't really profitably attack with Blood Priest. Like, as much as I want to get it back with Blood Beckoning, they'll just gain 3 life, so we got to stay back. I mean, I would say their engine is better than ours. I think that's a pretty safe Pretty safe assumption. I can't attack with Shepherd, because then they can just smash back with Scavenger. They're also just like a Seagate Banneret from getting us. Dazim Raptor getting back the Zoff consumption. They can get some value off that. It won't end the game, I guess. We don't have our Vanquish anymore, so we really don't have an actual way to deal with Nighthawk Scavenger either. Unfortunately. Well, another Blight Priest is quite nice. I might double block the Fledgling. I probably do, as a matter of fact. Because then I'm just going to blood back in. Which I think is better anyway. I wonder if they even attack. They actually didn't. Intelligently, they didn't. Because now all their future lands are going to get us. And there's not a ton I can do about it. If they do rip the land, do I just double block anyway because I want to blood back in? I guess, is replaying the Shepherd really that good for me? I mean, it gains me life, so probably, yeah. Well, I think we take that. I don't want to just block it for the sake of blocking it there. So, once again, I have the choice to double block the Fearless Fledgling. They kill both my guys, but then what do? I blood back and I have to kick it. I'm not going to be able to replay the Shepherd of Heroes. I wonder if I played a land, I probably would have been able to, if I rip another land. Gain 6 life and get to drain, but I guess it's not quite worth it. I don't think it's worth it. Not having another creature to bring back is kind of fascinating. Alright, well, I've had enough, so I guess we'll just kick this and then kick it and play it. And I guess we can attack with the Shepherd here. We have the blocker for their Scavenger, so it's probably okay. So I guess they can stick that on their fledgling. Huh, that's an interesting one to choose. No life gain. I guess that makes sense. We've got 19 cards left, 4, 8, 9, 10. So we still have 8 lands left out of 19, so we're still batting like 50% lands here. But, I mean, we have the engine, so basically we just need to rip more parts. We just need like another core celebrant. And silencer's actually nice, because that can deal with the scavenger. I wonder if they attack with that. We could actually double block. Yeah, I didn't think they'd want to, so I'll play the silencer. Kill the scavenger. Thinking about actually sandbagging the Skulker until I get another Celebrant. I feel like I'm gonna need to do that. We're not in immediate danger of dying anyway, so it's probably okay. Basically trying to maximize value off these core Celebrants, but we might not get that luxury. Or ripping another Blight Priest. Like I'm just trying to, because it doesn't seem like we're going to be attacking anytime soon based on how few removal spells we have in our deck. So for that reason, it might make more sense to just wait until our engine is more complete. I mean, another thing I could have done is smash with these two, let them block with Fledgling, but I don't know, I didn't love that. All right, Skulkers. I don't really want to attack with them, though. They can just block with tokens, so I think we just chill. Waiting to drain. I mean, we set ourselves up for a mind drain, but I'm just going to kind of hope they don't have that. I might just bust these out next turn if they get in for 7 here. They're still not getting in, which makes me want to kind of hold up. Especially since I only have 14 cards left. Like, I'm going to have to profitably drain them out here. Now I think we sandbag lands, because I've got enough to do everything I need to do. So we'll chill on the lands, we'll pass. And essentially we're waiting for another Blight Priest, another Celebrant to really make our drains count for more. Which I think is a reasonable thing to do. So We'll get rid of the Pack Beast here. Just feels like the most inconsequential thing we have. And the only thing we have left to bring cards back from our graveyard is Drana. So maybe sacking the Blood Priest would have been better. Can see the argument for that. They're still not attacking. I think we still have to stick to our plan. We're at 28 life, so I don't think they can get us in one fell swoop here. Aura is a good one. Do we just drain them for 8, or can we wait longer? That Cleric of Lifespawn is going to get pretty big. And if it gets 4 power, do I even have a great means to kill it? Not especially, but... we have what? 5, 9, 10 mana? Hmm. 11 cards left. They're at 21. I'm just going to play Aura just to get another lifelinker out there. They're checking our graveyard, which is fine. I mean, yeah. There's a lot of cards that get us. Chiefly, I'm thinking of Seagate Banneret, just because they have them handle like double pump and they have too many dudes. I could have also played the Skulker. I was just thinking there may come a turn where I really want to just play like a ton of dudes, I guess. Here I think I just block with the Blood Priest. So they're going to make their Cleric of Lifespawn bigger. And I can't block the Fledgling because it flies. So really what they're going to do is gain life, make the Cleric bigger so they can block. So I may not have a choice here. I may have to start playing dudes because we're starting to take too much damage here. And I don't have like Death Touch or anything. We do have Drana buried away here somewhere, but I mean, Cleric of Lifespawn is gonna do it with the Fledgling that I can't really do anything about. And we're past the point where, you know, I can't outlast them anymore either. This is tough, actually. I can't decide if I have to play the Skulkers or not yet. I think we're at the point where we might have to. I mean, we have 6 points of lifelink, though. I could just do the math. It's just so boring. No, it's not boring. It's just time-consuming. There's 10 tokens. These, they probably, represent 10, 12. I can chump that. 13, 15, 17, 19, 22, 25, 29 damage. But we gain 6 back. We have blockers for things. I just feel like we don't really have a means to win unless we get another Celebrant or a Blight Priest or a combination of things out there. I just don't see these coming out and winning us the game. Not sure why you moved it. It was already flying, remember? So I can jump here. Which is probably reasonable at this point. Oh, wait. I can block with Shepherd. Yeah. And then we get the Blood Priest back. I like that. Still doesn't really matter that much, but take whatever drains I can get. We get drain here, drain here. All right, did the draining, did some more draining. Scion's a good one. You can crack this first. Gloom Hunter's a good one too. Let's do the Scion first for, I guess, fairly obvious reasons. Then 7 cards left. I think we still are going to be patiently waiting for now for another Blight Priest or another Celebrant. I see that really as our... Wait a second. They didn't re-equip, so I can attack here? Okay. Well, now we're pretty close. Pretty close to lethal, actually. I don't want them to know that. Because they're conceding. Wow. That game was by no means over. All right, we'll see for the next one. We go first. We have 18 lands. We do have the Pack Beast to get our other colors. I think it's worth it. I mean, this hand, we lose if we don't draw lands, but I don't think it's worth a mulligan. Pack Beast fixes for the other colors, so now we can actually spare supplies, which is kind of nice. Good. Bug Catcher. So let's go Celebrant. Then we can go Pack Beast Skulker or cash out spare supplies to find that second black mana. Well, now I'm just gonna Ravager's Mace on their empty board there. Certainly not the best use of mana here, but I think against these opponents, you kind of just want to prevent damage, so let's do that. Sure. So let's cash out spare supplies. Got the second black, that's good. So let's see. Probably play the Skulker, I guess. Then next turn we can go Scion, since we don't have anything in graveyard for Drana. And Drana seems like a better card to play when you do have things in your graveyard and you're not gaining life all the time. Are they going to equip? If they do, it's probably good for us. Eats up their turn. We can crash back for 3. Alright. Well, that works for me too. So we could play the Skulker and a Pack Beast. It's actually kind of nice. But I think we just kind of just got to do the Scion now. Get the life gain going. The big thing. If they kill it, we have Drana. If they equip with Mace, probably eats up a lot of their turn, which is fine. So it kind of tells me they have a combat trick. So I think they can only save one of their guys, so let's go like this. I think this is pretty profitable for us. Like, they can Inordinate Rage or whatever, but it's not gonna do as much as they want it to here. Or it does everything they want it to and more, and we're getting crushed now. Or that. I guess we stay back in case I have to block. All right, I think we just take a quadrillion here. Well, if I was to ask my opponent, or if you were to ask me, one thing I don't want my opponent to draw off of a Grotag Night Runner, probably be a removal spell. Probably. I can't give you a 100% guarantee on that, but likely a removal spell is the one I would say. I really hope my opponent doesn't draw. Kind of in a tough spot now. I guess we go Skulker, Pack Beast, which I don't really like. It's not the best use of mana, but I need to actually, you know, block my opponent's things to not die, so that's what I'm going to do. So all they have to do is play a different creature type, equip Ravager's Mace, and we are done. Alright, we'll see you for the next one. Alright, keep this hand, it's pretty good. Just gonna kill it. All right. So just go Mind Drain. And I guess we'll leave up the Jury Shelter here. No attacks? Guess that kind of makes sense. In case I had removal for your healer. Alright. So, kind of stops our attacks and gives them a lifelinker. Puts us in a more challenging position. Blood Beckoning. Not really doing that much. Shelter's not really doing that much either. So they can attack with Shepherd and give it lifelink. And that creates cats for them. I guess it does take some of their mana. But I don't really want to chump for the sole reason. I mean, you can attack first. You don't have to give lifelink right now. No attacks. That I did not expect. Gloom Hunter now. Well, it's a little bit tricky. Guess I can play the Shelter as a... kind of just setting myself back here, but I guess we do it. I'd rather have a 3/3 than not have a 3/3. Oh, we got our own Shepherd. That's nice. This makes better use of mana, though, so I guess we'll do that. So Silencer can X something, which means I probably attack with Gloom Hunter next turn. Since I have the Blood Beckoning in hand. So I think we will actually attack with the... I can actually attack with both Gloom Hunters. Because we have the Blood Beckoning. It's okay if they bounce a Blight Priest. We're still going to be able to kill the Shepherd and Blood Beckoning back our stuff at some point. Quite understand the rationale there was just to save some life. I guess that's fine with me. So I think we actually do the Shepherd next turn, because it can attack into the Sentinel, and it drains right away. They're looking at their graveyard there. So, what for? Is it Tazim Royal Mage, or... Oh, Pack Beast is cool, so guess we can do Pack Beast plus Shepherd. And it gives us some more life to gain. So they have something. If they counter Shepherd, we have the Blood Beckoning, so it's probably okay. Might just be like an Into the Royal. Yeah, no attacks. I guess that works. Ooh, Zoff consumption. Let's see if they chump block here. Kind of hope they don't. Oh, they wisely do. So, Zoff consumption hits him for 5. I think the best thing we can do is probably just get these two dudes back and actually play one. And the reason I'm playing one is because we have lethal next turn with both Shepherd and Ghastly Gloomhunter, as long as we have our Blight Priest. Because this drains for 4, but then the Blight Priest deals an additional 1, so we'll see. They can attack with the Blight Priest and gain 3 life, but I think we actually still have lethal, even if they gain 3 life from Blight Priest. Alright, good news for us, they kicked the Royal Mage. And I don't know what they're getting back, but I can't imagine it's something that gets them out of this situation. I mean, even if it's a takedown, it's not good enough. Domination's certainly not good enough. So, we just get in with the flyers here. Consumption them. Alright. We'll see for the next one. Alright. Got a good keep here. I think we will play the Predation just because it's Kind of an underwhelming spell anyway, so it seems fine to play there as a land. Then we'll go Pack Beast. If they have a 2-drop, we'll play the Celebrant. If they don't, we'll play the Blight Priest. Alright, so they had the 2-drop, so I guess we can actually attack too here, because they might trade. So we'll do the Celebrant. Oh, I'm cool with that. They're going to attack too? Nice. Alright. Well, missed the land drop here, but we'll go for the Blight Priest. This might prompt them to keep the colony back. If they have Rabid Bite, we still have Blood Beckoning to get some card advantage. Alright, now we can play this as a land. I think we just vanquish this and get in for 4. Still attacking. Celebrant number 2 is nice. I guess we'll just do that and chill. No need to re-equip. They don't even want to kind of pretend like they've got something. Alright. I think that's it. Did we go 7-2? Well, this deck performed better than... Wait, I stopped saying that comment, right? Because this format doesn't really make sense. It doesn't matter what you draft. Sometimes you do awesome, sometimes you don't. Yeah. So, ended up going 7-2. Basically didn't have any removal in the deck at all. We had a Vanquish the Weak and 1 Drana Silencer, and that's it. So happy to get 7 victories with this. I mean, we did get 2 basically free victories off Drana. Drana turned into 5 mana. Your opponent concedes the game. It's a great card. It's kind of overpowered and limited. The old your opponent has to concede the game immediately upon the spell resolving. It's a little too strong, I think. They might not want to make too many more of those types of cards. All right, hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.